Ciao a tutti, welcome to our waiting room, to my waiting room, because Filippo Bartolotta isn't here.
But in his place there is Filippo Bartolotta number 2. Welcome everybody.
Welcome.
Dinner 15 waiting list. Today we're cooking a cecchina, chickpeas
Pie. Crust pie.
But Sarah today I think is preparing the most difficult challenge for my wines because we have a beautiful Chianti Classico called Primocolle from Villa Cerna. But there is some vinegar. Is it gonna work? Stay with us. Welcome everybody, Dinner 15.
Ciao.
Today is Chianti Classico is our main guest. Primocolle from Villa Cerna 2017. Then we're gonna have a cecchina, a chickpeas pie. But of course, all of this couldn't happen without Chef Sarah Lai.
Thank you very much, and without Filippo Bartolotta,
Thank you very much.
I won't drink anything.
Allora, today we're cracking open a bottle of Chianti Classico, Primocolle. Sarah, get your stuff going and
Yes.
we'll get to you, the most important part of the show. Of course, right now, Primocolle means the first hill. Because we are in Chianti Classico in the Castellina area, driving from Florence, you can take the Firenze Palio, which is a little bit of a highway, or better, just go through San Casciano, then you just travel across Poggibonsi, you can pass by Greve if you want, but make sure that you're gonna stop in Castellina. If you go from the bottom end, Primocolle is gonna be the first hill of vineyards in the Castellina area. This is the Cecchi brothers. The name of the winery is Villa Cerna. It's a beautiful Tuscan villa with geometrically designed vineyards, go all the way up here, and here you have the villa. All right, so that's where we are. Sangiovese is the backbone of this wine. We're talking about the king of Tuscan varieties. 17 has been a very hot vintage, so I'm expecting a lot of supple, generous red and black fruit in this wine. We have actually the corkscrew of another winery, so I'm gonna hide it right now. But there we go. Sara, you're chopping some garlic at the moment.
Yes, I'm chopping some garlic to make the one that in Livorno, in Leghorn, on the Tuscan coast, they called pesto, which is a sauce made with the garlic, vinegar, and salt. And they marinate the fried eggplant to put on this chickpea torta. It's delicious.
Sounds like a plan. So let's go on with this because it's already like 30 minutes.
We will do it.
And while Sarah is dropping some very thinly chopped garlic into the frying pan, I'm getting this very generous whiff, and actually very elegant whiff of like sour cherry jam. This smells a little bit like an ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, just topped with some sour cherries and basil. Very elegant nose. I was expecting much riper given the hot vintage, but this Primocolle is quite up on the hills, so fresh fruit from Castellina, very good. I'm having a lot of expectations on this wine. In the meanwhile, you're just doing the garlic very gently.
The garlic is stewing, it is sweating. It doesn't have to fry. It has to become translucent, transparent.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, I'm doing the dough for the chickpea torta. If you have time, you should prepare the dough the night before, because it has to rest as much long as you can.
Okay.
With the water, you will find all the precise amount of flour and water on our wwebsite.
All the
but
ingredients.
Anyway, is 200 grams of chickpea flour and 400 milliliters, sorry, of cold water, a pinch of salt, and then let it rest, because of course the two elements has to melt together.
Okay. How great is the smell of roasting garlic?
Sì, mamma mia.
I read once that in some Italian American restaurants, they actually prepare right before serving ours. They start cooking some garlic to give a nice smell, lunch smell in the room. It actually prepares to lunch. This I just had a cup of coffee.
Sì.
Someone was going really fast on the motorbike, and I feel like I can go for a spaghetti aglio e peperoncino at the moment.
Oh, buoni.
That smells just like it.
So, in the meanwhile, I'm slicing the eggplant.
All right.
You can do with any kind of eggplant. Of course, I've chosen this one. It comes from Sicily.
And I'm just gonna keep going with this.
As you can see, our garlic is becoming pale blonde and translucent.
Just like me.
It means that is
Pale
ready.
blonde.
We can pour just a little bit of vinegar, red wine vinegar.
Molto bene.
If you have the apple one or the rice vinegar, will be fine as well, of course.
But this thing, so I love very much vegetables that are done a little bit what we call in Italy la giardiniera, no? Giardiniera is not with the garlic and all this stuff. It's just cooked, boiled with water and vinegar.
Vinegar, just
very quickly.
yes.
No?
Yes.
But
Just a little.
although I really bloody love it, when it comes to wine, vinegar is a problem because vinegar eventually is the last leg of any wine. Any wine, sooner or later, is going to turn into vinegar. Point is, fine wines turn into vinegar after 100 and 150 years, or some fine wines around 30, 40 years. That's already quite a lot. A lot of wines become vinegar much more quickly. Chianti Classico has got a track-proven record of long aging. Make no mistake when I say Chianti Classico, because a lot of people, fair enough, Italian appellations are complicated. Oh my God, the
vinegar.
the vinegar! I just got a whiff of vinegar. Oh wow, it's really strong.
Sì.
I'm so happy that I'm not tasting the wine right now. Or you're just volatile. Volatile. You know, a lot of people ask me, do you really detect all the aromas? Some of your comments, write your comments, we'll answer them all. Our nose is able to detect hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of aromas. And yet, when it comes to wine, people get lost. Why? Because you cannot see what you're getting. If you crack open, if I say lemon, you're smelling lemons. If I say banana, you're smelling bananas. Because your brain is visualizing it and all of a sudden you smell it. In wine, you cannot see things, but those things are out there. Chianti Classico, Black Rooster. Chianti is a big region, Tuscany is even bigger. Chianti Classico is the heart of the Tuscan region between Florence and Siena. The Black Rooster is the logo, so when you're saying, I'm looking for a Chianti Classico, make sure that there is a Black Rooster. In this case, you can also find the name of the winery Villa Cerna and the Primocolle, which is a specific site for this Chianti Classico. I have to get away a little bit from the vinegar because really is just getting the whole room filled. So if I try now, it'd be my wine tastes like vinegar, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna wait another little bit until the vinegar has evaporated, and once it's over, then I'm gonna go back into my wine tasting.
In the meanwhile, I will pour the dough, chickpea and water and salt.
Okay.
On a baking tray with parchment paper will be much more easier to
Clean.
To clean it
Afterwards.
Yeah.
You see? That's the difference between me and a professional chef. I never think about the aftermath of what I'm doing.
To clean and it will come a nice crust and it won't be attached to the
So
baking tray.
that's much easier. But you know, when I use that, sometimes I burn it. Should I worry about it?
No.
No. Like I see, like it becomes like really brown.
Because you did put too much parchment paper.
Okay. Or maybe because I heat my oven too much. Or
Maybe.
there is this kind of stuff, you know. You know how much I love to cook,
Then
but
just
when I see her, then I go back home and try to do my things, and they're not always the
and
same.
then he calls me, help me.
Not true. I just like my hands are too full when I'm cooking. I don't even.
And then straight in the oven, in a super hot oven, 465 Fahrenheit.
There you go, darling.
Degrees.
Go for it. This kitchen is handmade by Italian artisans.
Okay, our vinegar is done.
Vinegar is done. I'm very happy because my nose is getting all vinegary. How long in the oven?
In the oven for 15 minutes. It has to come a nice crust on the outside and a little bit soft in the inside. This is the way that we do in Viareggio, where I grew up.
So that's for you. The skier is called Cecchina, and because dinner, if you I was gonna frozen.
Hello.
It's still you know why I got frozen by the vinegar. Dinner in 15 is a live show with one sequence. Right now it's 4 minutes 50 to go. So we have prepared a cecchina before just to make sure that we were gonna have the right cecchina. Dinner in 15 is in 15 minutes, but once again, you prepare your cecchina the night before and then you stick it back in the oven just to finish off the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Boom.
If you have a leftover, of cecchina or of a dough, you can freeze it. And
Okay, you can freeze
it. Yeah.
Freeze it and
you can freeze it. Sorry.
and just basically get it ready before
Super quick.
your family comes back home. These aubergines are turning into a beautiful brown color. It looks like we're gonna have another couple of minutes
Yes.
for these. 4 minutes to go. In the meanwhile, vinegar has disappeared off my nose and we are able to taste this beautiful red ruby Chianti Classico. And once again, it's all about the black cherries, the vanilla, a little bit of strawberries. This Primocolle is releasing a lot of more red rather than black fruit. I'm actually pleasantly surprised about this wine because, as I mentioned, 17 was very hot. And here you have a wine that is all about the red fruit, is all about the good acidity, very gripping. This is a super gourmet friendly wine. And despite Sarah's recipe, I love vinegar. It will be a challenge today, but this wine has got good grip. So gourmet friendly. What else would you go with this kind of wine? You can go with pasta al pomodoro. You can go with pizza. This wine can go well with a nice steak, one of those T-bone steaks. Why? The shorter the cooking, the lighter the wine. The longer the cooking, the bigger the wine you can go for.
And with some fish?
Fish, I love red
Like
wines with fish.
Codfish?
Codfish will be perfect. You might want to lower the temperature from the 64.4 Fahrenheit, our 18 degrees Celsius. You might just want to drop a little bit. Maybe stick your wine in the fridge for 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes, just to give it that little, perception of cold when you drink, so it's going to sound more refreshing. Cod is good.
Squid?
Squid,
calamari.
let's give it a shot, because squid is not an heavy fish, but it's got a very fishy, it's quite strong as fish. But maybe if you cook it like in zimino with kale or stuff like that, I think that's going to be good. Some black pepper always helps, because black pepper always helps red wines to become spicier.
Now
Guardate
our
che
beautiful
bellezza.
eggplant are turning on the right color, and we
Okay.
can take it away.
What are you going to use these cherry tomatoes for?
To refresh all the thing, because this is fried, there is a lot of oil. To
1 minute 30.
balance the acidity of the vinegar.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, you know that. Yeah, thank you. Another challenge: tomatoes, raw tomatoes, with sweetness and acidity. This must be one of the toughest dinner in 15 food and wine match ever. Andrea and Cesare, I'm sorry, Andrea and Cesare Cecchi are the owners of this wonderful winery. This is a tough call, but I know your wine can make it. Thank you for handing over this, for trusting your wines in our hands. And as a matter of fact, I always say thank you everyone in my team. I always call my team, our team, but I seldom say thank you to our winemaker because we're talking about the wines all the time, but I want to make it clear, thank you guys. Thank you, not only because you are allowing us to do this show, but because our guests love it. So thank you people for following us. Keep following our social media, keep writing your notes, hitting your thumbs up, and subscribe our channel. And to find more recipes, more wines, stay with us. Ci siamo?
Thank you, Milo.
Voila.
I'm taking
Time is almost up.
Cina.
Te la taglio, che devo fare?
If you can. Okay. Here we are.
Ready to go. It looks beautiful. Cecina is a recipe that actually was invented. It's something that was created or people of the sea, like fishermen and all those guys that do that crazy work just every day, every morning, waking up at 2, just go there in the water, no matter what the weather is like, and they bring this because they can cook it as they go. They have the flour doesn't go bad, and so cecina or farinata, these kind of recipes are all recipes of the sea. I already love how it looks. Let me get my fork and knife ready. Pepper is paramount with cecina. Whenever there is cecina, there is pepper. No pepper, no cecina, no pepper. Ready to go.
Buon appetito.
Grazie, andiamo.
In the meanwhile,
Eccolo qua.
I would like to say thank you
Perfect bite.
for being with us.
Thank you, Sarah. Oh.
Ah, sì.
It was here, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
This is your cup. Salute.
Thank you, Filippo, and thank you too. Keep following us,
Allora, I gotta be honest.
please.
This is smashing.
Okay.
I like the soft inside, the crunchy outside. I love the flavors that the aubergine is bringing. I love garlic. I could eat garlic every day.
By the wine.
The tomatoes are good. For me, the vinegar is actually making a little bit of a clash with our wine. So I have a question for you. Could this be made with roasted rather than fried aubergine? Okay, stay with me for a second. So if we were to roast it, give it a little bit of a smokiness.
Yeah.
Okay, adding up some umami. At that point, all of a sudden, I think I'm not struggling as much.
Yes, you will find. I was thinking the recipe with smoked eggplant.
Yeah.
There are 2 recipes on our website, so please subscribe our website and our channel, and you will find this as you.
But I mean, this is good. All right, this is really good, guys.
This is the original recipe, but of course I understand that with wine it's not matching. So
Yes, I need something. So this is why we make dinner in 15, because sometimes you have like fine wines and awesome foods, but when there is elements like lemon, like vinegar, like for instance artichokes, there are some ingredients that are gonna get your wine unbalanced. And these are the ingredients that I mentioned. Now, is there a problem? Not really. I mean, we're talking about perfect matching food and wine. If you were to create a gala dinner with 180 people, like sometimes I'm responsible for, at that point, I'm gonna say to Sarah, we need to change this, right? We need to take maybe a little bit of the vinegar off, or maybe no vinegar whatsoever. But if you are having a dinner with your friends and family or by yourself, at that point, do you like Primocolle Chianti Classico? Do you like cecina with our recipe? Just go for it, man. I'm gonna leave you with this. Once I was in New York with my friend AJ. Ciao AJ if you're watching. Drinking a 1964 Barolo.
Oh, nice.
Like double magnum with a wild smoked salmon. And that, of course, it was an impossible match. Was it good? Man, we polished the bottle before dinner. So, you know, that's the thing about matching food and wine. Great food, great ingredients, and great attitude. Use your tasting buds. Do not let anyone tell you what you like and what you don't like.
Grazie Filippo.
No, Sarah. Grazie a te.